Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm a little early. I know I was going to come on 11 o'clock. I said, okay, let me go ahead and come on. I'm sitting here. I said, let me go ahead and go live. Good morning to everybody. Happy Monday. Happy MLK Day. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. Let's see who we got here. Who we got? All right, Miss Joyce Spiglin, the Gamble, my mod, Yolanda Montgomery, Big Steak is here. Tawana, Zeta Mom is here. Cassandra D is here. Terry Copeland is here. Delicia Dismuke, thanks for being here. Velma Sadler, Connie Burns, thank you so much. M. Babette Brooks, thank you. Lynn Jones, Sylvia Blow, Yvette Bell, Carla Johnson, I said Sylvia Blow. Flower Bloom, I'm sorry. Oh, you guys are pouring in now. Ooh. Joyce Picks, I'm sorry, Miss Lady, Laura Eden, Jazzy J. Hi, Dolores Campbell, Deborah Johnson, Angie Alexander, and Prenticious is here. Tanisha is here. Tanisha Martin, Easter Washington, Nikki P. Is me, Nay. Hi. Kendra Cloud, TKO 2890. Thanks for being here. My degree isn't real. That is always funny to me. Is here. Thank you so much for being here. Lisa girl, thank you. Thank you, Yolanda Gordon, Tanisha Harris, Marilyn LeBlanc, Catherine, Barnhill, Marilyn LeBlanc. Did I say Marilyn LeBlanc? Y'all know I can't have C. Zybella Chick, December Willis. Hi. Hi, Delilah T. Fine as wine. Yes, honey, woo. Thank you, Glory Williams, Rose Armstead, and the list goes on. Thank you, Wanda Coxdale. Let's get into the show, honey, because I'll be sitting here saying good morning, and hey, and calling out names, and more names. All right, so we have a great show lined up for you guys this morning. There's so much going on in these streets, honey. Lord have mercy, there's so much going on. So we're going to have to talk about those things this morning. What the hell? Oh my God. Damn. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm always getting alerts for stuff, guys, and something just kind of like blew me right quick. All right, so let's get into our first topic of the day. All right, so you guys who are or who may be fans of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kandi Burrus is speaking out about the show actually not telling them what is going on in terms of who's going to be on the show, or either talking about contracts for them. Y'all know Kandi, she's got several businesses that she runs and that she's involved with, plus she's still touring with her group. So she's saying, hey, look, Bravo, y'all need to tell me something, okay?
Oh, just as any tea on RHOA you can share with us. Other than they still haven't told everybody who they bring back. Yeah, they over here, they been real tripping. Because they act like people don't have a life. People got lives around here. We got to make plans for other things. Yes. And Randy says, Kandi, please tell us you'll be a part of the new cast for RHOA. They are still working on the new cast, so I can't tell you anything. I would love to be able to tell you something, but I can't.
So as you guys know, I did a live on this before where we talked about Bravo was saying they were kind of shaking up the cast because the ratings were very lackluster last season. They had a lot of stuff going on. As you guys know, Martel was on there. That's probably what unalived the damn ratings. But anywho, and anyway, they haven't told anyone who's going to be on the show for the upcoming season, which is so weird. So they were saying that a lot of the main cast members may not be there, that they're looking to shake up the cast completely because they are very desperate to get those ratings back up. And I know they don't want Nene back on there, and a lot of people don't like her, but when she was on there, the ratings were up. And I'm talking about all the way up, okay? Period. I know there was some talk about Portia Williams possibly, or Gotti now, because you know she married to Yoda. AKA Simon. Anywho, they were saying that she may be trying to make her way back to the show. I don't know, but they do need to get a great cast up on there so that they can get the damn show back on course, because Real Housewives of Atlanta used to be that show when they had the original cast on there. Y'all remember with Nene, I don't even want to say Sheree, but Sheree is an OG on the show. So, and all the rest of the women on there, child. Kenya, as much as I'm not a huge fan of Kenya, but she did make the show as well. Because, you know, Phaedra was on there. Phaedra's not doing so well on Married to Medicine. I mean, but I know she won't be back on Real Housewives of Atlanta because Kandi was saying if they bring Phaedra back, she's not filming. Like, she's not being on the show. So she was like, it's either Phaedra or me. And I don't feel like either one of them really bring that much. But I think, you know, Phaedra wasn't more of a fan favorite than Kandi, because Kandi, I think her only storyline was really her mom, Mama Joyce, or arguing with her husband and saying that she didn't like him. I don't really know what Kandi brings. A lot of people say that she's boring. I like Kandi and then I don't. I don't know. It just depends. It just depends. So hopefully they hear something. They're saying that she's saying that Bravo still has not let anyone know of the Real Housewives of Atlanta casting, who they are bringing back. Okay. And Kandi is saying they act like we don't have other obligations. So she's trying to plan around what's going on with Real Housewives of Atlanta with her other jobs that she have going on. And she's like, look, they need to say something because, like, damn, we have other things going on. All right, so hopefully they figure that out. Hopefully they figure that out. All right, so rapper Yo Gotti, you guys know he and Angela Simmons, y'all know, have been back and forth, child. I don't know if they're back together or not. Last I heard, they're broken up. But anyway, Yo Gotti's older brother was unalived and pow-powed in Memphis, and it was directly after he left a funeral. He went there for a funeral. His mother was also there. They almost got his mom as well. They said his mom had to get out, like run up out the car, because whoever was pow-pow and trying to get the older brother, the mom almost got caught up in the crossfire. I said, oh my God. Now, I don't know. A lot of people, I've been reading comments, they're saying that it could be related to something with the whole, y'all know, young Dolph, his unaliving. I don't know. I try to stay out of that gang type stuff. And only just report actual factuals of what they're saying in said post. But yeah, y'all know young Dolph was unalived there as well. But they were saying that his mom almost got caught in the crossfires, but they did get their older brother. So a person who actually, I guess, was a witness to this, he is speaking on it. I'm going to go ahead and play what he had to say. Shout out to Real Housewives of Atlanta T, but then we're going to talk about neighborhood talk. So shout out to them as well. So this young man actually witnessed it. I'm going to play what he had to say. Okay.
His mama. Oh. They almost killed Yo Gotti's mama. I just want y'all to know that part. When they got to shooting, when dude ran up and started busting and everything like that and getting big juke, yeah, Yo Gotti's mama opened up the door and ran away. They almost killed Yo Gotti's mama.
Y'all hear that? So his mom was in the car with the older brother, which they call him Big Juke. And he's saying that the mama almost got caught up in the crossfires as well, but they did unalive Yo Gotti's older brother, Big Juke. And he was unalived in Memphis, Tennessee, after he had just left a funeral, you guys. I said, oh my God. TMZ caught pictures of him actually at a funeral. Okay, let me go ahead and play this.
A deadly shooting in Hickory Hill with connections to Memphis rapper Yo Gotti. Fox 13's Lakia Scott joins us live tonight from St. Francis Hospital. That's where the victims were taken. Lakia, what were you able to find out? Good evening to you.
Good evening, Daniel. Well, at least 5 police sources have confirmed with Fox 13 that the person killed is Anthony Mims, also known as Big Juke. Now, Big Juke is the brother of rapper Yo Gotti. Now, we were at that scene earlier tonight. Police say 2 men were shot outside Perion's restaurant and event center around 4:15. Now, that's on Winchester near Kirby. According to the Memphis Police Department, the victim was inside a vehicle at the time and was brought here to St. Francis Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. Now, I'm also learning there was a second person who was shot and was also taken to the hospital. It has not been confirmed who the second person is, but we do know it is a man, and he was airlifted to Regional 1 in critical condition. Now, the Memphis Police Department spoke with us today in a press conference. Let's listen.
Right now, we do have video that we're analyzing, but we don't have a clear suspect identified at this time. But we know that a weapon was used, a firearm was used in this incident. We do feel like the individual that was shot was possibly targeted by the suspect.
Can you tell us whether one of the victims is Yo Gotti's brother?
I can't confirm anything yet.
Senseless. We're losing too many of our black men over. I don't even know what it was for, but it's senseless. It's a life. Okay. Nowadays, you can be unalive for looking at somebody the wrong way, or being involved with someone who have beef with somebody else. You know, if you get, it's weird. It's sad. I was sad when Young Dolph was unalived. I listened to some of his music. Young guy, very talented. I don't agree that maybe he should have made that other song, 20 Pow Pows, because it was kind of, that's when everything went downhill from there. I followed his music. It was a nice little bop to it too. But you know, when you listen to the words, it was kind of like, yeah. You try to pow me, but you didn't get me. So of course, you know, in situations like that, it's gonna cause some type of rivalry. And it's sad that rap can't just be about rap. Like, get in the studio, do some great music and put it out. I don't think that it should have hidden subliminals and where people are taking it to heart to where they feel they have to take someone's life over some rap lyrics. I really don't feel like that. And I'm not saying that that's what happened with Big Juke, but from what I was seeing online, because I've been kind of following this a little bit, I've been seeing a lot of people saying that they may have some type of connection with Young Dolph, allegedly. Not sure. But as you know, that Young Dolph was unalived at Makita's cookie shop in Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. So, and they're still investigating that to find out who was involved in that as well. Okay. Let's move on, child. I don't really want to elaborate on that anymore because it's crazy. So prayers and condolences to his family for that. Okay. Wow. That's so sad. So sad. I have so much to report, Lord. All right. I'm going to talk about something real deep later on, but I'm going to save it to the end, okay? I got so many topics. Jesus. Oh, that just kind of made me sad. Okay. All right. So Washington Wizards guard Ryan Rollins is released after he was caught being a serial shoplifter, honey, out here in Target. All right. I was like, now Target is I like Target, but we're not about to be out here taking stuff that don't belong to us in Target, y'all. He took a whole bunch of shit out of there too. They're saying that he took some body wash, candles, groceries at a Virginia Target. I was like, sir, you are a basketball player with the Washington Wizards. Now, I don't know how your money looking over there with the Washington Wizards, but body wash, like you going to jail and ruining your career over some freaking body wash and candles and a few groceries? Like, sir, how you do that? That is so irresponsible. I don't know what it is with these damn players, y'all. I don't know if you're looking for clout or what. Let's read up on what it's saying. They're just saying now, they're saying ex-Washington, because his ass probably been fired from the Washington Wizards. Now, ex-Washington Wizards and Golden State Warriors pro Ryan Rollins has been charged with stealing items from a Virginia Target store multiple times. That means you did it more than once. Now, they're saying that according to court documents, that Rollins took several small items that totaled less than $1,000 on 7 different occasions between September 9th of 2023 and November 9th. Why is it always on the 9th? Like, he was targeting in Target. September 9th, you went, and then you came back on the 9th of November. Like, what is it about the 9th? Is the 9th your steal day? Somebody said skip scanning. Like, damn. So obviously the 9th is your steal day. I don't know. Who knew? So they're saying, thankfully for him, that classifies his shoplifting charges as misdemeanors. They're saying it's still the string of incidents are extremely troubling for an NBA player with a comfortable salary. See, I don't understand. Now they're saying that the Wizards waived Rollins on Monday, okay, January 8th. They should have did it on the 9th. Shit. Says, but as Ollie still on the team when the thefts took place. So he was still playing for the team when he stole. Saying that Rollins is guaranteed a salary of $1.7 million, okay, for the 2023-2024 season. It says, additionally, despite being waived, it says that he is entitled to receive $600,000 from his 2024-2025 salary, which makes him stealing items such as groceries, body wash, and candles even more baffling. Like, why you just didn't pay for it? Because you sit on a bag. Now they're saying his former college basketball standout with the Toledo Rockets entered the NBA scene after declaring for the 2022 draft. And I'm going to read his whole, history of where he played. We just want to talk about this stealing. And allegedly all this shit happened on the 9th of the months that he chose to steal. So it's crazy that he is now losing his career over some damn body wash, okay? It was probably that Axe body wash. That shit do smell good. He probably getting some Axe body wash out of Target, some candles, child, and some groceries. He must have had a good old date coming up. He said, look, I got to smell good. I got to have something to feed my date, okay? And I got like some candles to set a mood. Now you done set a broke mood where your ass is fired. That is so sad. Sad. But this is him, child. That's him. You done ruined your career. Now you got to get a 9-to-5 probably, unless another team pick you up with your thieving ass. Sad, but yeah. I don't know. Young men. All right, honey. Let's move on to the next topic, Lord. Jonathan Majors is still losing out here in these streets after he was found guilty of DV from his against his ex-girlfriend Grace Jabari. Okay, now Jonathan was set to do a biopic of Dennis Rodman. Okay, and it was going to be called 48 Hours in Vegas. Now they've decided to drop him from the movie. From him playing it. He's losing a lot of jobs. It's so crazy. They're saying that Jonathan Majors has been dropped from the Dennis Rodman feature 48 Hours in Vegas, according to the Hollywood Reporter. It says that the site also said that Lionsgate will no longer be producing the film. Wow. It says that the news comes just a few weeks before the actor learns his fate after being found guilty of assault and harassment. Okay. So he's losing jobs. He also lost his job with Marvel, which is a huge chick. I'm a huge Marvel fan. Anything Marvel put out, I like, except for what was the movie I didn't really like? The Bee or something like that. I didn't like that. That was too corny for me. But yeah, any of the Marvel movies, I'm down. Spider-Man and all that. I'm a Marvel junkie. But let's get on, child, because we got some great stuff to talk about. I got some explosive stuff to share about Martel and some other members of Lumber Marriage Huntsville cast as well. Because, child, it's a lot going on. It's a lot. Okay. All right. So, what else do I want to talk about? Okay. President Biden, he is doing some other great things. We're going to talk about that. For those of you who have some student loans out there, this may be some great news for you. The WASP. Thank you, the WASP. My breakfast ain't kicked in, y'all, yet, and I'm still waking up. Thank you so much, the WASP. All right. So President Biden announces additional student debt cancellation. That's a great thing, okay? For those of you who are still in college and you got all this student debt, baby, listen. President Biden is saying, look, I'm going to step in and do what I got to do. Now they're saying that President Biden announced the immediate cancellation of federal student loan debt for borrowers who took out less than $12,000 in loans and have been in repayment for at least a decade. Okay. They're saying this applies to those enrolled in the income-driven repayment plan known as SAVE, offering relief ahead of schedule to ease financial burdens. Okay. Now, they're saying out of 30 million eligible individuals for the SAVE plan, President Biden noted that only 6.9 million are presently enrolled, okay? They're saying that the precise impact of the cancellation effort on the number of affected borrowers is not immediately clear, but they're saying that this action will particularly help community college borrowers, low-income borrowers, and those struggling to repay their loans, okay? Now they're saying that following a pause in over 3 years, that numerous borrowers resumed payments or repaying federal student loans in October. Okay, so yeah, for those of you who are struggling to pay back your loans, you may be qualified for this cancellation of student loan debt. Okay, so that's a great thing. That's a great thing because hey, you want to get your education, but you don't want to be bogged down in debt. That is just ugh. Who wants to deal with that? Who wants to deal with that? Okay. Who wants to deal with that? Thankfully, I had a scholarship when I went to school. Praise the Lord. That helped out a lot. A lot. Praise God. All right, so let's move on. Dr. Heavenly Child. Do I want to talk about her? Because I'm about sick of them. I put it down to talk about it. I'm sick and tired of talking about Dr. Heavenly. Like, I really am. I'm going to skip it for now, and we'll come back, okay? We'll come back because I'm sick of her and I'm sick of Sweet Tea. Yeah, y'all not about to get on my nerves this morning because I got to talk about Martel and that's just going to only send me further. That's just only going to make me even more mad to talk about them. It's going to irritate the hell out of me. And then when I get ready to talk about Martel and Stormy and Tisha, it's going to make it worse, okay? Now, Fans of Love and Marriage Huntsville feel that Carlos King was grilling Kiki a little too much for the reunion part 2 about her drug use. All right, they were saying that too much was going on, and they felt like that Kiki was being teamed up on, while Carlos continued to grill her and ask her about her drug use when she repeatedly said she did not do hard drugs. Okay, I kind of felt like that too. When I reviewed it, I told y'all, like, Carlos, that's enough. Like, you still talking about it. We didn't get this energy when you were grilling Tisha and Marcel about their infidelity. Like, you just asked them, well, was there any infidelity? They said no, you moved on. Okay. I feel like he was going too hard on Kiki. And a person like that who is recovering, it is very easy for you to kind of push them back in that space when they're trying to, go through a recovery. You don't want to do that to a person who is trying to recover. I felt like, and a lot of fans watching the reunion, they felt the same way. I was like, I know it can't be just me, but that's what they're saying. A lot of people had comments that were saying that it felt like Carlos King was targeting Kiki and trying to take her out of her zone and kind of trying to push her into maybe reacting or acting out at the reunion, since he had already saw her throwing the drink on Tisha, because y'all know he brought that up several times. Like, are you like siding with the Scotts? Is that what it is? Do you not like Kiki now because you've already made up your mind that you like the Scotts now? Is that what it is, Carlos? A lot of people do not like the fact that he don't hold the Scotts accountable, and that he get other people on the show and just grill them and talk about their stuff and expose their stuff. But then Marcel is able to sign some type of contract saying that he will not talk about his infidelity. And it's not fair. If you're on the same platform as everyone else, Melody and Martel, they've been forced to share everything with their marriage and their marriage woes and their life, what's going on with their kids, the custody case. No stone was unturned when it came to Mel and Martel. So I don't like the fact that certain people are able to sit on the same stage and hold on to their secrets, but then you get people like Kiki, who is now, what is this, her second season on the show. She is recovering, and Carlos sat there and just let the Scotts just blurt out all her business. But then when it comes to them and their business and what they have going on with Marcel cheating and being in hotels and stuff like that, Carlos don't have that same energy, and I don't feel that it's fair. And people are starting to speak out about it. People are also upset that Martel is still on the damn show. They're like, okay, something needs to happen. Now, I'm getting word that Martel has unfollowed Love and Marriage Huntsville, which leads a lot of people to believe that maybe he's been either terminated and or suspended from the show. Okay, they're saying that Martel Holt has removed Love and Marriage Huntsville from his bio on IG. Okay, he always had the hashtag on TV, hashtag Martel Holt, hashtag, the Carlos King and all that. He has removed Love and Marriage Huntsville from his IG bio. Okay. So we don't know what that means. We know that he has this jail situation going on with that's pending charges. So we don't know, because we know Carlos King has said that he is going to address these situations on the 21st when he sits down with Melody for the podcast, where she's going to be sitting down and answering questions. And she says she will answer anything that's being asked to her, which I think is great. But Martel, breaking news, I guess, Martel has removed, according to my sources, Love and Marriage Huntsville from his bio on IG. Okay, that's really all he had going on. Okay, so I hope that he's been either suspended or fired behind this situation, because Carlos, he's been getting a lot of heat. And I'm an avid comment reader. They've been coming for him. They've been atting Carlos, saying that Martel needs to sit out. He needs to get himself together. He needs to go through therapy, because he's showing too much aggression on the show, and it's not fair to people that people that's on the show to continue to have to tiptoe around him while he have these blowups, including Melody Cherie, because really that's where his aggression is mostly towards. And you're putting the people on the show at risk of Martel flying off and someone getting hurt. He's already attacked her makeup artist, Jay. He's already come to the For Every Man set where Melody was there working and put his hands on a female. You guys have heard these things before. Martel is not stopping. And for Carlos to have to get this close into Martel's face at the reunion to talk him down off the ledge from him snapping off, once again, clearly shows that he has not shown any growth, and that he has the potential to be dangerous and or pop off again. Last reunion, and I talked about it last night in my review, he popped off and security had to come in and subdue him because he was out of control. So much so until they said Carlos King was screaming to the top of his lungs, telling Martel to stop, and he would not stop. A person like that cannot be around everyone else because he's a danger. And I don't understand why they keep bringing him back season after season. He don't have a storyline. He is holding on to a storyline to film with Mel. Mel is over it. She don't want to film with him. She looked very over it the last time that they filmed at the season finale. So Carlos, you need to, I don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but from what I see and from the information that was given to me, and it's very credible, Martel is no longer, okay, following on TV in Love and Marriage Huntsville. He has completely removed it from his bio. So we'll see what Carlos has to say on the 21st when he addressed these situations and our allegations or whatever else he's going to be addressing as it relates to Martel and everything else. Okay. Somebody said a new cast. I agree. They need to build a new cast around Mel, but Carlos, the problem with Carlos is Carlos mixes friends with business. Okay. Friends and business should never, ever go together because it kind of clouds your decision making. The Scotts, they don't bring nothing to the show. I don't understand why he don't see that. And everybody's telling him that. He's so focused on Bravo and interviewing other people that he's not doing anything for his own damn show. So, yeah. But that's that with Martel. I'm going to play an audio here in a second, okay, with him. To show that he and it's gonna be proof showing. Shout out to Queen Sheba. Let's go ahead and play this shit right now. We ain't gonna wait because we already talking about Martel. Shout out to Queen Sheba. If you did not already hear it on her channel, shout out again to her. This is proof that Martel Holt has been conspiring behind the scenes to try to destroy Miss Melody Cherie. Okay, it's like an obsession with him now. It's like an obsession with him now. So what I'm going to play for you, and Queen Sheba, she did release this, and shout out to her again. For those of you that didn't hear it, you can go back and hear it on her channel. All right. They're going to be talking about, she was going to be heard in the audio as well, speaking to a person who works very closely with Martel Holt. He's going to be talking about some things that Martel's been doing behind the scenes as it relates to trying to destroy Melody and her reputation so that people will not like her and or support her. So he is upset that people aren't supporting him. He's sitting back watching her and her level up and her business is thriving and doing well. His is not doing well. So he is conspiring, of course, with Ariane behind the scenes to destroy Melody. Let's go ahead and get into it. Again, shout out to Queen Sheba. It's just audio, guys. Okay, so that's why we're just listening.
Hey, I am good. How are you?
Pretty good. After reading through the documents, what did you think? About that.
So to be completely honest with you, I did not read through all of them. I just made sure that they came through. And a lot of what I do is confidential, so I didn't want my husband, he's not involved in my stuff from that standpoint. And even if he were, he wouldn't say anything, but I tend to like to, keep things discreet. So here's the thing about that. So, like I asked Martel the other day, what are you wanting to come out of this? He talked about abuse. And you remember I said, sorry, I'm backing up in my car. Excuse the censor. And I was like, those are strong words. And I know he said something those were Melody's words. And so I didn't go through it. But from your perspective, what is he hoping to come out of this? Because
to be honest and discreet with you, he is hoping to make her look bad like a liar. When she made the post recently, like yesterday on Shade Room, he was ecstatic about the comments, how they came for her in those comments about that video in the shower.
Oh, with the skincare thingy?
Right. Okay. I mean, yeah. He was happy that they, came at her like that. Secondly, he's hoping that people will change their perspective, what they think of her, meaning that she is a cheater and a liar as well. He's just hoping to turn the tables or play on an evil book. Even ground is what he's hoping for. I don't even think it's more so just to himself. I think it's more so to make her seem as though she is, in fact, a liar, a cheater.
Because I don't know that will be a good direction, to be honest with you. I said it before, like this may backfire on you if you come out guns a-blazing. If the goal is to revamp or rebrand, In your opinion, is this the right route to go to really talk? Because nobody's talking about that custody case. I kind of feel like if that's what he was trying to do, he missed his mark.
You wait days and days and days to, you know, answer the questions or to respond. Now no one really cares. Okay. For me, I honestly think Huntsville, Alabama show is like really almost dried up. The storylines are really, for me, they're just like, you know, they've been the same. I don't really think it's going to be popping right now. He's scrambling for ways to stay relevant. Anybody who books him, he books it. He did the Atlanta thing down here. You do not have a day in Atlanta, no matter what they gave you. They're Caribbean. They're not even Atlanta natives to tell you you have a day in Atlanta proclamation or whatever they gave you. Is not accurate. You haven't done anything for the city of Atlanta or Georgia too. You know, so whatever I guess you think looks good. Again, I feel like he actually has some type of relationship with everyone. He's like mostly every female that he involves himself with business-wise. My manager, he hasn't had a PR. The PR is obviously not doing anything for you because you never respond in a positive way to anything.
Because, you know, if anything, people are wanting to hear him talk about the revenge porn tape, the sex tape. You know, he hasn't addressed that. And, you know, nobody right now, that's like, I just saw comments this morning, you know, like we're bigger content creators, you know, somebody from Bravo, and I don't know if they work for Bravo or they just cover Bravo. Somebody's like had a strong opinion about that, and I'm like, people want to know about that. Like, people want to know. People want a response to that. And if so, that was my first thing. Like, does he plan on even addressing that? What Ariane shared with Carson Blue?
Yeah, so he definitely wants to. He said he wants to address that. He has nothing to hide. He'll answer any questions. No questions off guard. So,
if he's saying that, how come he hasn't moved forward with an interview? I mean, because I know you said he.
Yeah, he has a kid. Yeah, so he said he don't feel comfortable with TMZ for some reason.
Who booked that for him? Like, I would be pissed off. Were you able to get that for him?
No, actually, and I was like, why didn't you take the TMZ? That's a bigger platform. And he's like, I don't know, because I don't feel comfortable. I really just do, you know, sitting down with someone else and do an exclusive interview. He hasn't kept his word on anything that he said he was going to do. He didn't pay. You haven't kept you. The only thing you're interested in doing is showing your face at the event, and it will backfire on him.
Love and Marriage Huntsville star Martel Holt is facing a domestic violence charge for harassing communications. He was booked into the Madison County Jail today around 4 this afternoon and has since been released.
To be honest and discreet with you, he is hoping to make her look bad like a liar. When she made the post recently, like yesterday on Shade Room, he was ecstatic about the comments, how they came for her in those comments about that.
Let me pause right here. So what the guy is saying that Martel was happy in the comments whenever people were coming for Melody when she released her new skincare line. Y'all remember she had on like a 2-piece type bathing suit where she was showing her skin and how the actual product made her skin look, but she had to show, you know, being like a little 2-piece to show her skin. And people were saying that she shouldn't be dressed like that as a mother, that she looked, you know, a little too SELUTTY, that type way. So Martel was happy sitting back in the comments to see women coming, see people rather coming for Mel and talking down to her because that's what he likes. Okay.
Oh, with the skincare thingy.
Right. Okay. I mean, yeah. He was happy that they, you know, came at her like that. Secondly, he's hoping that people will change their perspective, what they think of her, meaning that she is a cheater and a liar as well.
I'm gonna kind of commentary on top of it. Now, what he's saying that Martel was saying to him is that he was hoping that people would not like Melody and change their perspective of her and realize that she too was a cheater and not him. So Martel is tired of taking all the fall for the marriage not working out and people coming for him and his reputation being where it is, when really it's his fault. But so now he's trying to turn the tables and find ways to make people hate Melody as much as they hate him. All right.
He's just hoping to turn the tables or play on the evil book. Even ground is what he's hoping for. I don't even think it's more so just to help himself. I think it's more so to make her seem as though she is, in fact, a liar, a cheater.
I did see the mugshot go across social media, and something told me to hold on it for a second, because I was just like, Martel Holt, domestic violence? It doesn't quite add up, in my opinion, right? And so I decided to reach out to him this morning, and it was right after he got out of court, and he was released and stuff. He went to enter a not guilty plea, of course. And I was able to speak to a few members of his team, because he has been forbidden to talk about anything regarding this case at all.
This
or
is Tasha
he can
K
be held,
speaking.
I guess, in some sort of contempt or something. I don't know, locked up. There's some sort of gag order on him. And I'm like, why is there a gag order? Or I guess can't say her name, stemming from the actual alleged charges on him, the allegations, because the allegations are harassing text messages, and they were from last year, like a year ago. And so he was just like, it was, his team was like, it was from last year, and it was just a text message, and that was it. And so apparently she's held it and then decided to turn it in, Melody. And a warrant was issued, and, he had to turn himself in. And so he's been forbidden to talk about it at all. And so I find this rather strange, right? And so I decided to reach out to him this morning, and it was right after he got out of court, and he was released and stuff. He went to enter a not guilty plea, of course. And I was able to speak to a few members of his team, because he has been forbidden to talk about anything regarding this case at all, or he could be held, I guess, in some sort of contempt or something. I don't know, locked up. There's some sort of gag order on him. And I'm like, why is there a gag order? Or I guess can't say her name, stemming from the actual alleged charges on him, the allegations, because the allegations are harassing text messages, and they were from last year, like a year ago. And so he was just like, it was, his team was like, it was from last year, and it was just a text message, and that was it. And so apparently she's held it and then decided to turn it in, Melody. And a warrant was issued, and, he had to turn himself in. And so he's been forbidden to talk about it at all. And so I find this rather strange. Martel has basically said he's innocent. He hasn't done anything. And
all right, let me pause. First of all, Tasha K, and I already read your ass down. She always takes the wrong side of the fence. As a woman, why can she not, as a woman, if she's so damn male identified, it's crazy. If somebody sent you a threatening text message, like Martel has done to Melody several times, she's got the messages. That's why she took them to the freaking jail. They're not issuing warrants if people don't have proof of said situations that they're coming to the damn jail for. They were able to issue a warrant to Martel, or for Martel rather, because he was found to have done something, or it was evidence and or proof that something happened. It doesn't matter if the shit was that if he texted to her a year ago. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that he did it. And I don't like the fact that she's downplaying that to make it seem like, oh, it happened a year ago. If somebody sent you, Tasha K, and let me speak to your silly bald-headed ass this morning, because that just makes me so mad when I hear women of that caliber use their platform to be that stupid. And I don't even like to call people stupid. Stupid, slow, retarded, all that shit. And I don't even like to call people that. This man, and I'm sorry I even have to call him that. This clown, let me say clown. Let's take man back. This clown have done so much. And the fact that you haven't followed this situation, Tasha K, it really, really, really reeks irresponsibility on your end that you did not do your due diligence to do your research on Martel before you spoke on this situation. Was so happy to get on the clout train for clicks and views. This is all for clicks and views. You wanted to be able to get on this story first before anybody else because you saw his fucking mugshot in Shade Room, TMZ, and everywhere else. You wanted to be the first one to be able to speak to him and get his side of the story when he's a fucking liar. Yes, I said it. Martel is a liar. He's a manipulator. Of course he's going to plead not guilty because he's trying to fight and clear his fucking image. Everybody watching this show have seen this man's aggressive behavior towards her many, many times. Anybody that follows her on social media, you guys have seen where he was sitting in his SUV in front of Popeyes on that video, which is when he talked about the children and the custody case when he was not supposed to, and he was then talking shit about Mel then. All because she chose to not come back to you, and you can't figure out how to move on with life because everything that you're trying to do and grasping for straws, the shit ain't working. Ariana can't help you because she don't know what she's doing. So you sit on platforms and you scheme and act so conniving behind the scenes, and then publicly you say, I don't know what's happening. I didn't know that was going on. I didn't do anything to you. You're doing a lot, Martel. You're doing a lot. That is why you got locked up. That is why you got exposed. Him getting locked up and going to jail, that exposed the real person that he really is, not the person he's portraying on Love and Marriage Huntsville, where he's telling everybody he's this doting father. The fuck you ain't. You don't feed your children. Your ex-wife got to bring food over there on the week that you have your children. But you got money to fly your ass down to Atlanta to be looking for some new ass. I said it. You got gas money to fly back and forth from Atlanta and anywhere else you want to go, Martel. You got money to take Ariana out to eat because she said, Martel, don't, sometimes he take me out to eat. For the most part, we just stay at home in the house. We already know what you're doing over there in the house. He don't even respect you enough to take you on a real date, to even claim you publicly. But then her stupid slow ass gonna sit down with Tasha K, Ariana, and say, that's my man and I'm going to stick by him no matter what. Okay, no matter what. No matter what. Because you're getting times 10 of what he did to Melody. And you see that as love and affection, and you're sick and twisted too. It's the toxicity for me. Tasha K, you need to go somewhere and sit your ass down and figure out how you're going to pay all these people that you owe. Because you got lawsuits coming out the yin-yang for your ass. You already seen on a video camera where you assaulted a gentleman. And he already said he was suing you. Now you got Kevin Hart that's suing you. Now you still owe Tasha K, and she's coming after. Now you still owe Cardi B, and she's talking about trying to, take your funds as well from you two. So you need to be focusing on that. And this is the least of your worrying about Mel. You seem like you jealous. You come off as being a jealous individual. You don't even know the situation that you're speaking on. She always take the wrong side, and it is so disgusting. Like, damn. Let's continue this damn audio. Oh.
I said, how long you gonna remain the bad guy in the public? Y'all ain't together no more. How long you gonna allow her to make it a bad guy? Because with allegations like this, and the victim's time, because this is a victim's era now. Like Martel Holt, domestic violence, it doesn't quite add up.
It doesn't quite add up. Are you fucking kidding me? Again, you obviously have not done your homework, Tasha K, and that's very sloppy of you, because usually when you do interviews and when you speak on stuff, usually you go and find out what needs to be found out before you just hop your ass on there and speak on it. But with this situation right here, it seems to me that Martel Holt's been able to get to Tasha K and manipulate her as he does everyone else. Now, it was said in this same audio that Martel, any woman that he's actually working with, Martel has some type of relationship with them. And they're saying that this said fake ass publicist got him set up for all types of interviews. And she's not really speaking up for him and protecting him as she should as his publicist. Maybe because you're a little dignitized or whatever. Because sometimes you can't think real straight when you got that going on. It gives that she's a whole pick me. All right. Can we get the likes up? We got 544 watching. You're free to stay in the bushes, but we got 291 likes. I need the likes to get up, please, because we are giving out some very good tea over here this morning. Okay, for real. Let's get the likes up, please. I'll wait. Y'all working me, okay? Y'all working me this morning, and nobody wants to hit the like button. Let's get the likes button up, please. We got 500 and something in the building, okay? I appreciate you guys all being here, but the like button is free, okay? You are free to sit in the bushes, but let's hit the like button, okay? With all due respect, let's hit the like button. Let's get it up. We got 549 watching, all right? That means you too burnt tooth. That means you too struggle edges. That means you too. Do I need to go there this morning? Oh my God. Then for her to say, let me get back on Tasha K right quick. For Tasha K to say, Martel Holt? DV? Girl. What rock have you been living under all this time? It's so crazy that people just be so oblivious to the fact that Martel can be this person. Are you freaking serious right now? This man stepped out on his wife and had a whole baby. Yeah, I said bald headed. I had to go there because y'all know I hit low when I get mad, and this shit done pissed me off this morning. Because it's the whole audacity of you to downplay this and say, oh, Martel Holt? Like, how much did he pay you? Which I'm going to say nothing. He ain't got no damn money. He ain't got no damn money. But he was able to finesse you, Tasha K, to where you can hop your ass on a video and ride for this fool as if everybody in America that watched this damn show and followed all this mess on social media, that Martel is not that he is the monster that he really is. I mean, like, come on. Even Ariana, the same person that said I'm gonna ride with him to the end, she's also come out to say that he has abusive tendencies as well towards her. So you ain't riding too hard for him because you done threw him under the bus, which only helps Melody's case against him, which is so crazy. If you shut your mouth. Do I need to go back and read the messages? I mean, shit, I got them. Let's go back to him. Let's go back to him. And that's the problem with her talking to Original Straight No Chaser. I keep saying, keep trusting these bloggers. Keep right on trusting the bloggers and see don't your shit get put out there. Just keep right on trusting, okay? Let me find these damn messages. For Ariana sitting her ass up here talking about some sheep cat that she's gonna stick by him no matter what. All right, so it said that she felt intimidated. They're talking about Ariana. Says that she was desperate to finally be chosen first by him. Says, but she's that girl. She is not that girl. Now, Original Straight No Chaser comes back and says that he low-key be intimidating her. Now, this is from a conversation that she had with Ariana in confidence. There is no confidence when you speaking to a blogger because they're going to use that shit for clicks and views. Just know it. All right? Just for anybody out there. All right, so this is what she says about Ariana, Original Straight No Chaser. She says that he low-key be intimidating her. After smacking somebody around a few times, they get scared, but I agree with your comment. Moving on to the next one. She also goes on to say, I was told that all of the abuse stuff was before Knox was born. And that's related to Ariana and Martel, okay? Says that thank you for bringing this audio back to the people's mind. Says that no one should question Mel on how she handles Martel after hearing this. Thank you, listener. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. All right. Okay, this person said, so hold on. So she also goes on to say that keeping it real, that Martel really is crazy. Okay. He is crazy. He is crazy. And he does put his hands on Ariana. So I don't know what she's talking about. She is so, that she's taking up for Martel. Why are you taking up for somebody who is aggressive towards you? Why are you taking up for someone? He's known to be aggressive. He's known to be aggressive. He wouldn't have a warrant if he didn't. All right. So you heard it right there. Before Knox was born, he was putting paws on Ariana. Probably still doing it. If she's hiding out of windows away from Martel, or he's popping up at her house unannounced and she's scared, this girl went live to say, oh my God, he's standing outside my window. I'm scared, y'all. She was hiding behind walls to get away from Martel, and he's telling her open the door, and she's saying no. Then he uses, I want to see my son, which we all know that's the whole gig with these crazy ass men. I want to see my son. And she was saying this was like at 10, 11 o'clock at night, where her son should have been in the bed. Then she done put him in the car seat and sat him outside on the porch saying, here's your son, come and get him. And then she ran back and locked the door. So now your son is sitting out in the dark in a car seat for Martel to get him. And then Martel says to her, I don't want him. I'll come and get him another time. The games. Y'all see the games that he plays? This is the type of person Martel is. So when people like Tasha K hop on her channel to try to big him up to make him seem like he's this doting father and he's just this great guy who just got the short end of the stick from a bitter ex-wife, that's total bullshit, Tasha K. And anybody else watching, I'm so sick of the pick-me's. Tasha K, you give pick-me vibes. I'm sorry. You give pick-me vibes. Ariana has already said he's not a great father to Knox because he don't come and pick him up like he's supposed to. So she forcefully makes him be a father by coming over there on the weeks that Melody's children are there to force him to see her son. You shouldn't have to force somebody who willfully wants to be in a child's life. But if you got to force him to do that, then that speaks volumes. Stop capping for somebody that ain't capping for you. He still don't claim you. I keep saying it. Martel don't claim you, sis, but you all on Tasha K's video saying, I'm going to ride or die for Martel to the very end. Oh, the end is coming because I said it before. If Martel got a warrant, 9 times out of 10, you do too, Ariane, because you were heard on original Straight No Chasers video saying that Martel put you up to putting the video out and you offered to send the freaking video to several bloggers for them to see it. That's a crime, sis. And you showed it to other people and you acknowledged it. That's a crime. It's a crime. It's a crime. All right. So that's it for that. Let's go ahead and move on to these shenanigans with Stormy and Tisha, because I'm sick of them too, child. Somebody need to grow up. Like, who is fighting on social media? That is the most irresponsible, immature bullshit ever. I done told y'all, I wish the hell I would hop on social media and be going back and forth Twitter fingers like this with somebody. You say something to me and I'm right back at you. No. I got other shit to do. No. You gonna sit there and talk yourself to death fooling with me. I'm not entertaining it. I'm not. All right, so let's get into this BS of Stormy and Tisha. All right. Now, as we all know, the reunion is we still have one more episode of the reunion. Stormy hops on social media and says that all right, so this person says to her, let's back up. This person says to Stormy, says that Stormy gave away a lot of her product. Other people were selling theirs and she was giving hers away. Says that Stormy also gave Tisha a huge basket of products for the raffle winner. Says that I wouldn't have felt right asking for $100, especially when it wasn't discussed before the day of the expo. Y'all remember the expo situation when Marceau was harassing her for $100, okay? Stormy was saying she didn't feel that Marceau should have been asking her that after everything that she gave to Tisha and Marceau to help the expo. Now, Stormy replies by saying, thank you, babe. Says, because he continuously tries to make it like I did something wrong. Says, I went above and beyond to be disrespected on national TV and asked for $100 when it was never mentioned to me. Says, and I put out over $10,000 for the actual event. See, I never knew that. Okay. Says that we gave away $6,000 worth of products. And she says, I gave them a $500 gift basket in addition to. She says that my setup at the expo was $3,000. She says that I went out of my way to bring in more people for the expo. So Stormy was saying that she was the one who actually made the expo the success that it was because she gave all this money, $10,000 to be exact, and she gave up $6,000 worth of her product of Canvas Beauty, and she gave Tisha a $500 gift basket as well. Okay? Yeah, that's what Stormy had to say. So Tisha, of course, seeing this message, she hits back and throws a subliminal, and she says that they so scared to speak up on others. Hashtag love and marriage Huntsville, hashtag scary cat. Okay. I'm like, girl, that's all you came up with, Tisha. That's all you came up with, Tisha. So she was saying that Stormy was scared to speak up at the reunion. Like, hey, she was trying to pretty much say she bodied her at the reunion. You had nothing to say then, so why are you saying something now? Let's go ahead and show the message. As you can see, it is from Tisha, Letitia Scott. That is from her IG page. That's the message. So you guys know I ain't just capping, child. That's what Tisha had to say to Stormy. I don't know why Stormy, you already know what kind of person Tisha is. Tisha is a user. Okay. Tisha is a user. She's going to pretend to like you like she did and befriend you so that she can get some of your products and get help with her little hair care line. That little Macy and Mildew bullshit that she's selling, that she done brought out some damn conditioner with no shampoo. I think she got some shampoo now, finally, after everybody done drug her ass about it. But you already knew this girl was not your friend. And Tisha, she was not apologetic, sincerely, I'm going to say, when she stole her shipping policy. Even when she brought it to your attention, she could have sued you, Tisha. She could have sued you on top of all the other lawsuits that you and Marceau are sitting on right now, because that's illegal. And then you want to blame it on your web designer and bullshit. Like, stop it, girl. Bottom line, you still not take accountability for it. And she tried to tell you at the reunion she gave you grace, and which she did. That's a bad look on your part. But then Tisha like to say, oh, but I made a lot of money from it. Maybe you did. But when you steal her shipping policy, clearly it was copied and pasted. Melody said you did the same thing with some of her businesses. Like Tisha, it's like you start to have a reputation of doing that, and that's not a good look. Your mama like to keep saying you got all these degrees and you so smart. So why is it that you're not able to create something on your own and make it great? You used Stormy to help you get your daughter's hair care line out there. And the only thing she was saying to you is that you should have been apologetic. And when the shit even came out, the attitude in which you took towards her was not cool, because you acknowledged that you did use her shipping policy. You didn't get permission to do that. That's called plagiarism. That's called copywriting. Like, you should have asked her. So then to turn around with an attitude and say, well, I made a lot of money from it. Yeah, I don't feel like I owe her an apology. Girl, you do. You act just like your fucking mama. You do. You do. You act like your mama, like somebody owe you something. Like, who hurt you in your life besides Marceau? I know you said Wanda never showed you no affection growing up, and that came out of Tisha's mouth, and I'm not capping and adding nothing to it. This girl said that her mother, Wanda Jean, the one with the mustache and the beard, said that she did not show her affection growing up, that she gave her things to show her love towards her. That's what Tisha sees as love. That's her love language, is getting things. She didn't grow up with things, okay? She didn't grow up like rich and, being able to have money and all that. They grew up kind of poor. That's why Marceau was saying from the other side of the track. She don't like to hear that. She don't like to hear that side of her life. You grew up from the other side of the tracks, because that reminds her when she used to be poor, which is why her mother was out here boosting and using other younger people. And I played a video of one of the guys who was one of the boosters, where he was saying that Wanda was taking the majority of the money and just giving him like $20, $25 after they worked an entire day, boosting for her. So she would take the bigger cut and give them like $20 after they done been doing all the footwork all day. But the bottom line is, Tisha, you were not loved properly as a child, and it shows in how you treat people, your attitude towards people. It's sad. It's sad. You didn't have to do that to her. And not that I'm so much so capping for Stormy. I feel like Stormy in this situation was right. I feel like she was right. I didn't know that she gave up all of this at the damn expo. I didn't know that. $10,000 is a lot. You might should have put that towards some of your lawsuits where people were suing you versus this damn expo. Now I see why she was real hyped towards Tisha and why they were going back and forth like they were. And Tisha tried to take all the credit for this damn expo with her and Marceau to make it seem like they were the only two that made the expo as great as it was. And I'm glad Melody sat out on that, because they would have gave her the credit that she deserved. Melody would not have gotten the credit she deserved. And I'm going to read it again. What Stormy had to say. She says, thanks, babe, because he continuously tries to make it like I did something wrong. She says, I went above and beyond to be disrespected on national television and asked for $100 when it was never mentioned to me, which I thought that was very suspect. We saw that play out on TV. Like, don't come up to me the day of and say, hey, you're supposed to pay $100 when you didn't mention that prior to asking me to even be a part of this ghetto bullshit. She says, and I put out over $10,000 for that event. So, yeah, that was given a lot. Says that we gave away $6,000 worth of product, which is her Canvas Beauty. She says, and I gave them, meaning Tisha and Marceau, a $500 gift basket. She says, and plus my setup for the expo was $3,000. Okay, so she said that she went over and beyond for the people at the expo. And I'm pretty sure Tisha did not give her a proper thank you, because Tisha always feels like that somebody got to kiss her ass. But then you turn right back around and say that somebody's scared to speak up on others. Like, girl, you are on social media fighting with a grown-ass woman as a grown-ass woman with kids. Like, sit your ass down, Tisha. You ain't about that life, and you ain't about to run up on nobody. Okay, all that mess you were doing at the reunion, that right there, that was some fake bullshit. Like, sit down, girl. You were looking for a moment. Your mama prepped you before going to the reunion because her ass couldn't be there. Wanda, if you ain't watching in the bushes, we already know you prepped Tisha prior to the reunion, so she wouldn't be sitting there once again looking stupid like she's been looking at every other reunion. Like her ass is about to cry. The whole Muppet thing last reunion, that didn't go over well. You try to embarrass Kiki at this reunion, that didn't go over well, because Kiki, she came right back and said, yeah, I did cheat, and what else you got? Okay, you look stupid. You look stupid, Tisha. But that's all I got for you guys this morning. Do I want to go ahead and do that? Let me go ahead and do the Dr. Heaven bullshit. I didn't want to, because I'll go ahead and talk about it, child. Let's go on and knock that out. And then I'm going to let y'all go, child. But it is so much going on. Shout out again to Queen Sheba on that, child. Because listen, if you guys want to hear the video a little more clearly, you can go over on her channel and watch it over there as well. I just want to play the audio so that you guys can hear the bullshit that Martel is on. Because listen, it don't make no sense. Martel be doing a lot. And he is working overtime to destroy Melody because she won't take him back. And it's so sad. Like, just let go. Move on with your life. She don't want you no more. How you going to make somebody be with you? But then you sit on TV and say you don't want Melody back. But then you working overtime to destroy her. Why? I don't understand. It's so sick and twisted. You won't take me back, so I'm going to destroy you. You see me struggling, and you won't take me back, so I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to talk shit about you, and I'm going to make people think that you were the cheater and not me. That's so twisted. All right, so Dr. Heavenly has responded to Sweet T's live, where Sweet T went live to talk about Heavenly, and let's go ahead and play it. Let's talk about what's, for those of you that haven't seen what Sweet T had to say. Then I'm going to read to you Heavenly's response, okay?
It would be an issue, and I'm not that type of person to do that. I'm not. But we know that your husband has cheated on you. You even told me, Heavenly, that when Mariah said that she had receipts, you believed Mariah on Damon. You believed it. You told me you believed it. So that leads me to believe that he has cheated. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. That's okay. You're gonna stick by your man. That is fine. A lot of y'all will. A lot of y'all will, and that's okay. That's fine. Damon.
Okay. We ain't gonna play her total response. I just want you guys to get a gist of why Heavenly is coming back at her. Okay, so she's speaking on Heavenly's marriage, saying that Dr. Damon cheated on Heavenly. All right, so this is what Heavenly had to say. She says, as Sweet T, she says, please monetize, and she put it in all caps, your social media accounts. She says, at Carlos King and I are about to make you famous. Okay, so she's trying to say that since Sweet T is deciding to go on social media so much that she might want to go ahead and monetize her platform, so because she's getting ready to start coming back at her. So it's gonna be like a back and forth thing. So pretty much Heavenly is saying to her, yeah, it's gonna be a back and forth. Like, you're gonna say something and I'm gonna say something, so you might as well monetize from your videos talking about me. So that's what Heavenly is trying to tell Sweet T. Again, this is stupid as hell.
It would be an issue, and I'm not that type of person to do that.
That's what she had to say on that.
To hear me say old lady all the time. Like, sometimes you have to get ignorant with people for them to understand what you're saying. And I've had enough of the bullshit. I won't take no more of that. To hear me say old, I would appreciate if everyone will keep my husband out of it. Because when she said that stuff about the ex, it didn't bother me none, because I know my husband. Not worried about it. I didn't even pay it no mind, because I know it ain't true. But if I go down low and I start stooping low and talking about Damon, it would be an issue. And I'm not that type of person to do that. I'm not. But we know that your husband has cheated on you. You even told me, Heavenly, that when Mariah said that she had receipts, you believed Mariah on Damon. You believed it. You told me you believed it. So that leads me to believe that he has cheated. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. That's okay. You're going to stick that. But do you want me to be the villain? Do you really want it? Because everybody's still getting to know me. You don't know what I'm capable of. You don't know. Now, I've been supported this heifer, paid my hard-earned money in support of Heavenly's business. And what she does, she goes and talks about my house and what I could do about the house and all that publicly. Now, mind you, I as a friend, I was supporting another friend. My neighbor has done way more for me than what Heavenly has ever done for me. She's never spent a dime on helping me get my business up and running. She ain't helped me with a goddamn thing. And if you were truly a real good friend, you would have just offered the advice. You would have just offered the advice versus wanting to get money from me. But do you want me to be? I did not know about the endometriosis. When you guys watched me in that last episode, that was one of the first things I filmed. Gregory was very aware of what was going on with me.
very aware. And it's disgusting, very disgusting to see other Black women support that and say, I lied about having something like that. Please, women, go do your research on what endometriosis is. Please go. Just go. Because it's just downright nasty of some of the comments that I've gotten. And it really is because Heavenly, she is the one that went and started talking about that before I even had a chance to even show my story. She just started spewing out lies. You guys have to.
That's so sad.
I did not know about the
endometriosis. So they were trying to say that she knew that she had the endometriosis prior to her getting with Dr. G, because everybody knew that Dr. G wanted to be a parent, that he wanted kids. That's one of the things that they talked about prior. And they were trying to say that she tricked him. They were trying to say that she tricked Dr. G into marrying her. And then she told him that she had endometriosis. But I don't think that girl went that far and did that. That's just sad, and that's mean for somebody to say. And it's you know, I don't like that. She wants to be a mom. She said that that's one of the things that she's always wanted. I hope and I pray that she's able to give him a child, that they can do that, even if they can adopt. Maybe you can adopt an infant, because people are doing that now, or get a surrogate. Okay, get a surrogate to carry for you. If you're not able to, you can still, there's ways to become a mother now when you can't carry on your own. There's so many ways. Thank God that, you know, those ways are made for women who have problems like endometriosis. Okay, she's had I think she said she had a lot of fibroids as well, so she's got a lot of stumbling blocks, but there's still ways that she can still become a mom. So prayers to her for that. My heart goes out to her, and Dr. Heavenly needs to stop being a damn bully. Because that's all it is. Why are you gonna tell this woman go monetize her channel? Because pretty much I'm coming back for you, and I'm gonna be, since you're gonna be responding to me, you might as well get paid for it. That's what she was trying to say to her indirectly. And I just think enough is enough. You're a doctor, Dr. Heavenly. You always saying you're busy. You got a lot of stuff going on. Focus on that. Focus on your marriage. If he's cheating on you, obviously you're showing too much attention to the social media outlets and not him. Okay, there's a void there somewhere. Period. There is a void there if your husband is choosing to be running around, if that's what's going on with other women. Maybe you want to back up off social media for a while and put some of that attention towards him, so he don't feel like he needs to get attention from other people. Okay, everybody can't be lying about it, but Heavenly likes to be on Married to Medicine, making everybody feel like her marriage is just so perfect. There is no perfect marriage. You're going to have moments where you disagree. You're going to have moments where that person get on your damn nerves. I love my husband. Do he get on my nerves sometimes? Absolutely. And I know I get on his, but I love him down, and vice versa. Will I ever step out? No. I'm the type, I would leave you before I cheat, because cheating is a conscious decision. I will leave you before I cheat, and vice versa for him as well. That's just, I don't play that. I don't do the bitch words. Don't get mad at me and call me a bitch. That's not our language between each other. Okay, there's a way to do things, but Heavenly, she stays flying off with the B word. She says that around Damon, and it's so she's very disrespectful. And he always tries to check her like he's her dad, and that's just weird vibes. Like, girl, settle down. And I know you try to do it for shock value and for attention, but because she wasn't loved properly as a child either. She talked about it. Her mother never told her she loved her. So you're looking for that validation from other people, and you do it for attention, Heavenly. You didn't get the attention that you saw as a child. So as an adult, you're still a attention-seeking adult, and it's unfortunately is for negative ways. Okay. But yeah, that's our show for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for hitting the like button. We have 595 watching, and we have 444 likes. Let's get the likes up, guys. And also check out our review for Love and Marriage Huntsville Part 2 on yesterday's video as well. And also hit the like button on that. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. All right. Love you guys down. We will have a pop-in later on today. All right. I got to get that show together, but come on back and join us for that show as well. Thank you, mods. Tyra Daniels, Belle Wilson. Anybody else? I don't want to miss nobody. Tyra and Belle, looks like y'all my only two mods for right now. If Scorpion misses here, thank you for modding too. Okay. Thank you for any content creators that joined us this morning as well. Okay. I appreciate you down. Again, shout out to Queen Sheba for the audio. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk. And any other platform that we discussed on today. Okay. Love you guys down. Be safe today. Be blessed. And as always, goodbye.